You there, Joey?
Oh my God, what just
Oh,
happened?
it's so annoying when it does that shit. Oh my God.
Right, now we gotta wait for everybody to come back up.
Yes. Oh, it's so annoying. I couldn't hear anybody. And I was like, well, I wonder if they can hear me. And so I kept saying, can anybody hear me? And nobody responded. I was like, okay, I've been booted.
Yeah.
Oh, it's so annoying. ASG, are you there?
Yep.
Sorry, guys. Ay, 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 so annoying. Okay, what were you guys talking about? Something fun too. You guys were
I
having a good
know.
discussion.
We gotta wait for Isaac to come back. He's probably like wondering what just happened.
Oh, he knows. Unfortunately, we're all the old hags at this. Let me just go ahead and make some announcement while we wait for everybody to rejoin us. It's so flippin' annoying. Over at the
I
Venetian,
try.
go
I
ahead,
try
Barry.
to. I try to warn you. I was waving at you.
Yeah, I saw that was the first thing I was like, okay, they can't hear me because Barry's waving at me. Oh, so annoying. Let me make a few announcements while we wait for folks to rejoin us. Over at the Venetian, Jim Fairley took event number 78 down, the $1,100 bounty, 45,000 plus bounties. Shimmy Braun took ninth place in that tournament for 4,700. Joseph Bernard took sixth place for 9,600. Ashley Scott took fifth place for 12K. Javier Fernandez took second place for, oh, I didn't write down how much he made. Sorry. Third place was Fahara Mehdi took third for 23,000, and in fourth place was Jingtao Zhao, I believe. She took home 17,000 for her fourth place finish of that event. Sorry for those that are just rejoining us. Of course, as you all know or figured out, I lost connection. I hate that so much. It's so annoying. Um, Maybe Isaac couldn't get back in, or he's got small kids, so he's probably knee deep in it this morning on 4th of July. Just a reminder, poker.org has a contest going on right now, evolving around the main event, and I recommend you don't do it until right before their deadline, which is the 6th of July at 11 a.m. And that's day 2 of the main event, and that contest evolves around the main event. You're going to pick 3 people that you think are going to make it the furthest in the main event. And then you're also going to have a bonus question of how many entries you think will be in the main event. So that is the poker.org contest. Check it out on their website, you guys. It'll be just a fun sweat for the main event for sure. It doesn't cost anything. And they're giving away a $5,000 package to the Moneymaker event down in the Bahamas. I forget what island. Anyway, that's going to be in September. Nice little giveaway for sure. And it's free of charge. So there you go. All right, you guys. Who wants to bring up something? Isaac is not joining us. I don't think he can get back with us right now. Sorry to say. ASG, do you have anything you'd like to bring up, buddy?
Well, Joey was talking about the quote unquote randomness of table draw that
Go ahead. Let's hear it.
Joey, you want to say the same thing again?
Yeah, so I listen, we've all played in tournaments and we know that there's a likelihood, especially during the main event, that you would have a seat draw with at least somebody that possibly has a bracelet and somebody that's done this and done that. But this just seemed a little too stacked, this table. Like it was the perfect table for TV. And I don't know. I mean, it's funny because I did message Greg, and he is, being silent about it. But Greg and only Greg would know whether he registered on the app and it just put him on there, or if he was on his way to another table and somebody tapped him on the shoulder and said, "Go this way." It
Okay,
would
so
not surprise.
who was at
Yeah.
the table? Sorry, who was at the table?
So it was Mike Mizrachi's table, with Katie Morgan, and there were a bunch of other really good pros at the table. A couple of good human interest story rack players. But when a seat opened, that seat was filled by Greg Raymer. Like, and that's the part that kind of, listen, I've been to the main event many times. I've railed it, I've played in it, and it's very, I mean, there are not that many main event champions. It's extremely rare to have two main event champions at the same table on day 1B or day 1A. It's extremely rare to have main event champions registering in the same flight, never mind at the same table. But to have them happen to both be at the same feature table, it just didn't make any sense to me. It just didn't. It just felt like it was staged. Let's put it that way. It could be wrong. It could just be the universe giving us great television, but it just felt like it was made for TV.
Well, and I'm going to say that that's not unusual. And I am not surprised by that at all, because I have been around, not the main event, but other broadcasts where they're doing just that, because they're trying to make that table an exciting table to watch. And so they're producing it, right? They're actually producing the table by picking folks they want to have at that table. So I'm not surprised, and I probably some part of me would be disappointed if they didn't do that at some level.
Right. But if we're going to be a stickler for the rules, it's right in the WSOP and the TDA rules about randomness of seat draw. So basically, there's that whole bunch of people out there that are like, there's rules for some people and there's not, those rules don't apply, and this feeds right into their argument that the rules don't apply to everybody.
Well, and I agree with that too, don't I? I see it. I get it. I understand it.
Yeah.
But we could say that about a lot of things we see. And sometimes we even keep our mouths closed because we see it and we're like, hey, if I say that, then I'm going to become the target, right?
Right. I totally agree. And that's what I'm saying. Maybe it was just the universe doing that to give us good television. We'll never know. Only Greg Raymer knows how he got his seat seated right next to the grinder. Only he knows.
Was he on his left or on his right, just out of curiosity?
He was on his right.
Yikes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, yikes.
Although I wouldn't want it for the main event, I would love to sit at either the left or the right of Mizrachi during the Sun tournament, not the main event, but I think that would be so much fun to plan a table with him. Honestly, I would love it.
Oh, I totally agree. And we had some really good poker on that. And if anybody does have access, I forgot it was if ASG or Exec Deck was mentioned about how the next day they have the highlight reel on YouTube, so you don't even have to have access. You just go on YouTube and watch the highlight from the day before, and you get to see all the best hands, which is really, really cool. So at least they're giving us that on YouTube.
Listen, that's cool if that's all you want to see. But if you want to see every minute of every day of the WSOP main event, that is not so cool. All right, let's talk about what's going on at the WSOP today. Event number 81 has an 11 o'clock start. It is the final day of the $800 summer celebration. 4.7 million the prize pool. 6,803 entries. 341 remain. $500,000 at the top, waiting for the winner. Nino Papava is the chip leader with 3.1 million. Frederick Robitaille. I have no idea. Let me just spell that one. Robitaille has 2.7 million in his chip stack. Texas Mike and Josh Arie are still in it to win it. At 11 o'clock, day 1C of the main event will begin. 10 o'clock is event number 85, day 1 of the 1K No Limit tournament. 11 a.m., you will see event number 78 start their final day in that $600 Deep Stack No Limit tournament. $2.6 million in the prize pool, 5,177 entries, 5 remain, with 282,000 waiting for the winner at the top. Adrian Jacobs is first place. As far as chip stacks are concerned, Song Tan has 30 million and Adrian has 67.2 million. At 1 p.m., at 1 p.m., event number 83 has a final day starting with it's a $1,500 PLO double board bomb pot. Not easy for me to say. 2.2 million, 1,673 entries, 19 remain, 322,000 at the top, winning for the winner. Paul Feelig is in first place with 5.9 million. Julio Trimmer is in second with 4.8 million. Jesse Lonis has 3.2 million in fourth place. Jared Koppel in 12th place. And 17th place is Brian Hunkins. So good luck to all those folks still in it to win it. Yesterday, we saw the end of the freeze out tournament, and a winner was crowned. That was event number 79, 3K freeze out, 4.7 million in the prize pool, 1,792 entries. The winner was Asi Moshi. He took home 683,000, and I'm just going to spell this person's whole name is QIAODU. Took home second place and 454,000. Andrew Moreno, who had started the last 2 days in first place, came in 8th place for 78,000. And Joe Mormon came in 7th place for 101,000. So congrats to all those winners. Event number 80 also ended yesterday. That was the 10K 8-game mixed tournament. 1.8 million in the prize pool, 199 entries. Dmitry Yubanovich took home first place for 431,000. Richard Bai came in second for 283,000. Brian Rast came in fourth, who was the chip leader going into yesterday. He took home 132,000, and Alex Foxen took home 94,000 for his fifth place finish. So that's what happened and is happening at the WSOP. Anybody have any comments or questions? Joey, were you watching yesterday in person?
I was not, no.
Okay, no problem. I just thought I would ask. See you, Blaine. Good seeing you, bud. Hope you're well. Okay, anybody have anything else they'd like to bring up for us to discuss? Go ahead, Barry.
ACL's having drama. They haven't kicked people out for 2 weeks.
Oh, I had not heard that. Interesting. I just sent a message to the big boss this morning because I paid him for a jersey and my jersey hasn't arrived yet. So I'm wondering what's going on. You know, they had that big jersey sale, baseball jersey sale of $420, and I forget what the other one was. And that's been probably 2 months ago now that I paid for that jersey and it hasn't shown up yet. So I just sent a message to the big dog this morning asking where that was. I think 2
Yeah,
months.
just see on the timeline, people still complaining.
Bummer. They must have a glitch. Hopefully they don't have a hacker, because hackers make life miserable. For sure. All right, ASG, have anything else you want to discuss, buddy?
What did I do? I saw your Texas Mike tweet that you shared. That was funny.
Remind us.
So he says, young kid gets back to WSOP day 39 update. Young kid gets back-to-back 2-round penalties for repeatedly calling guy a mother effer. Other guy asks if Asian kid needs a translator when asking him to square up the table. Now Ford just walks by saying that was an itty fold. Everyone has lost their minds.
Yes, it is day 40 of the WSOP, and people are losing their minds for sure. Oh, Texas Mike. Oh, I like to watch him on a stream. He's got a hell of a great attitude and he's just in it to have some fun too, you know? It's fun to watch him for sure. Go ahead, Barry, and then we'll get to Bling.
Joey Chestnut won again.
Chewy Chestnut won again the hot dog eating contest.
Yeah,
How many did he eat?
I think 66. I think the line was 67.
Oh my God. Yikes. That's a lot of damn hot dogs. Ugh.
Almost went down, but it's 93 degrees, so fuck that.
Yeah, it's hot. Stay inside, Barry. Enjoy the weather inside. Hey, Blaine, what's up, buddy? How are you? Happy 4th of July.
Hey, happy 4th to all my friends here. I just had a quick question because I'm coming up to play the World Series next week, and I am going to bring my Club WPT Gold backpack and my SWC poker, like old school Bitcoin poker hat. And I'm just wondering, am I going to be accosted and they're going to duct tape me up, or how does it work? Does anybody know?
Yes, you will be accosted and duct taped.
Oh,
Yes,
well, it'll be worth it.
100%.
I'll rock the black duct tape.
I'm going to tell you, I missed my opportunity. I'm kicking myself in the pants myself. I missed a damn opportunity. For those that were tuning in, I was talking shit when I had Nikki Limo on about Club Gold, what is the fuck is it called? WPT Gold, like making me an offer to get one of their patches onto the back of Jack Eiffel while I was at the World Series of Poker. Come on, this shit would be pretty funny troll, right?
I think so.
Yeah. And so, of course, you know, being the smart people they didn't offer me anything to do it because I also don't want to get in trouble. But anyway, I set up at the WPA's booth to get signatures on the quilt we were giving away for charity. And within less than 3 minutes of me just getting to that table, trying to get the paint pens out of my bag and trying to set the quilts up, like folded so it'll fit on the space, blah, 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 just trying to set up. Within 3 minutes of me arriving there and in the midst of setting up, Jack Eiffel walks up and I ask him to sign the quilt. I mean, it was the perfect opportunity for me to put that patch on his back. And I'm just going to say I chickened out. I just plain chickened out. But how funny would that have been?
Oh my God, double-sided tape. You give him a hug, he never would have known.
Well, and you know, the patch is sticky on one side. So it would have just been a matter of me saying, hey, you know, patting him on the back with the, you know, the thing on my hand and just putting it on his back.
Well, hot take. I think that Matt Savage and anybody else that's making themselves making a point about this and pointing the finger like Sophie Cunningham and saying this isn't right for poker players, this isn't a net positive for our ecology. I think we continue to do that until WSOP and WPT stop fighting and feuding at our expense. Okay, so
We're
that's why
stuck
I
in the
think,
middle. We're stuck
right,
in the
we're
middle.
stuck in the middle. So, like, you know, we've been playing this game for decades and it's never been like this. And now they're being real petty and the players are suffering.
Yeah, we're stuck in the middle. I said that a couple of weeks ago, and it's not fair. You know, it's not fair. I understand why the WSOP is upset with Club, you know, Gold or whatever. I get it. But at the same token, we got to take the high road at some point and put it to bed.
Oh, did we ever talk about those cars driving around?
Oh my God, we did not. Go ahead, Ace. Do you describe it for our listeners?
I don't know. I mean, like, think of like the Men Down Under kind of poster, but instead of like Chippendales type strippers, it's like Doug Polk and Rampage and I think Phil Ivey.
Yes. It's on the side of the trucks. Okay. So if you've been to Vegas, I know you've seen these trucks on not Indianapolis, on Las Vegas Boulevard. They have these trucks that literally drive up and down the boulevard all day and night long as advertisements. And a lot of the time it's for strip clubs or the Chippendales or whatever, right? So they're very risque trucks, right? Or advertisements. And this one is a club, WPT Gold advertisement, and it has the three of those players on the side, like buffed up Chippendales. It's hilarious. Like, it's so funny. Like, what a great troll. What a great troll. You have to hand it to them between the big billboard and the trucks. WPT Gold has it figured out as far as trolling.
I mean, I don't see them as a bad actor. I'm a hot take guy, but they were so kind to me, and WPT's always been good to players, as far as I remember. And they sent me on a $5 million free roll. I pulled the thing out of what are the drawing, like the mystery bounty. I got a
Right.
10K main event seat. I'd never played a 10K. They changed my life, and they were nice about it. And so far, I've been playing on their site. It's soft. It doesn't have any features. It's garbage for software, but they are at least doing right by American players, and I just don't understand.
Well, and I get that. I get it. And WPT is a gold standard company. Like, they have always taken great care of the players, and they've always hosted great events. Now, to be clear, Matt Savage, since day one, when WPT Gold came around, since day one of that, Matt Savage was very clear in pointing out many a times in our spaces that Gold, WPT Gold, is a separate entity from WPT. He said it so many times to us that they're not related, they're not, this, they're not that, and we should never consider them one company. And then now recently we're wondering, wait, are they one company or like what's going on? Because there seems to be a crossover now, because now WPT is being held accountable for what WPT Gold did with the patches last year. Now WPT patches are banned. So if they're two separate entities, why is WPT brand banned now from the WSOP? I don't get it. Anybody got any thoughts on that? ASG, I know you do. Go
They're
ahead.
still competitors, regardless, I guess, would be. I mean, it feels like WSOP or GG's company has a relationship with ACR / Triton, so they're allowed. And then everything else just seems up for grabs. Like, yeah, they're fine with you letting, like, yeah, I don't know. Maybe they're just saying they're competitive companies. Then again, like, they got no problem with the MSPT hats. So but also, like, you can say they're separate companies as much as you want. They're still, like, in a relationship with each other. They're affiliated with each other. So, it's, WPT, WPT Global, WPT Gold. They're all, uh, they have a relationship regardless of if they're separate companies.
But you were around when how many times Matt said that to us?
Right. Yeah. I'm saying a lot of that is also like, what's the term? If I close my eyes, I won't see what you're doing, kind of thing.
Yeah.
Plausible deniability.
Yes, that's the word I
Yeah,
was
but
thinking of. Thank you, Barry.
you guys know him more than me. I feel like he's always been genuine, Matt and WPT. And from my lens, because I played online poker pre-Black Friday, I was one of those crazy people that did the 20 tables, 180 mans looking like a robot. And, in those days, WSOP was not owned by who it's owned today, right? It's
Right.
pretty recent, like GG and whatever. So I would pose that maybe GG doesn't care enough about the North American market, because obviously we can't play on their site. they don't have an interest in us as much as the previous owners of the WSOP brand. So that's what scares me. I would prefer Tillman or Caesars or somebody to come back and buy it out so that we can get people that care, because it just doesn't seem like Gigi cares much other
Very
than
very valid points for sure. And I think of not you brought up MS PT, but also the Run Good series. They're allowed to have their stuff on. I mean, there's several different companies that are being allowed, but not WPT. And I don't think it's fair to hold WPT accountable for what WPT Gold did. Even if they're under the same umbrella, they're different affiliates. I don't think it's fair for sure. But, what's my 2 cents? Go ahead, Joey.
Yeah, so I'm looking it up now. WPT Club WPT Gold. The company is called Grand Crew, spelled CRU Concepts Ltd, and they pay for the licensing trademark to use the WPT brand. So they are a completely separate company.
Right.
They purchase the WPT branding name, the trademark.
And I think
It's very
Matt even,
interesting.
I think Matt even said that to us, if my memory serves me. I think Matt even said that to us.
And then WPT Global is an even separate company from all of that.
That's fascinating.
Go ahead, Barry.
I mean, the WPT they're direct competitors with WSOP. I mean, I don't know, Gold and Global or whatever, but they do that December thing where WSOP does the Bahamas and WPT does Vegas, and they overlap, direct competition.
Right. But never before did they ever tell the players don't wear their, I can't carry my WPT backpack without being told I got to put tape over it. Like, this is so stupid. It's so
petty.
stupid. It's so petty. I can see on a featured table saying, okay, no competitors' logos, only our affiliates or our sponsors' logos are allowed. I have no problem with that. None whatsoever. But if I'm just walking around going to play my little $1,000 ladies tournament and I happen to have a WPT backpack, I shouldn't get accosted to put tape over it.
And guess what? It's not the pros. They don't accost the pros. They accost the recs, which are what we love in the game. That's what keeps our game going. So they're going after the recreationals. It's just,
yeah,
I get it. They're competitors, but we've been in this for decades and it was never this petty. It was always like, okay, the December thing is true and they did it differently. But look, I mean, I'm a big fan of Chad Holloway. I'm a big fan of Poker News, Poker Go. I love all these people. And when I listen to their podcast, they're not even allowed to say the competitor name because everyone's so petty and ridiculous right now. So that's my take.
And it's terrible. It's not good for poker. It is absolutely not good for poker. And could you imagine? I mean, just absolutely imagine that you have this online player who's playing on WPT Gold or Gold Globe or whatever the hell their online companies are. And they get a backpack. They order a backpack online because they're so excited. Because guess what? Now they won some kind of entry, and now they got a trip to Las Vegas. And now they're going to go do, whatever in Las Vegas. And while they're there, they're going to play at the WSOP as well. And so they walk in all excited with their WPT backpack, unknowingly knowing that they're going to get accosted for that backpack. What does that do for the experience of that new player, the first time visitor to the WSOP? I mean, would I ever come back if I was walking into my tournament, very first WSOP tournament, and I have a WPT hat on or jersey on or whatever? I mean, I have a Mike Sexton WPT shirt my kids bought off an auction for me that I carry with me in my suitcase so that if I'm ever at a final table, I'm going to have that shirt on. Well, guess what? I would have to tape over that shirt that I bought it was something he wore because I'm such a big Mike Sexton fan. My kids bought me that for Christmas one year. I carry it with me. And now I go to the WSOP and I make a final table and I can't wear it. Like, fuck off with the bullshit. Go ahead, Joey.
Yeah, and to piggyback on what Bling was saying about like GG Poker. So GG Poker is an international site, and they're in the same bucket as Poker Stars. Since they're both international, they cannot secure licenses in the United States because in the United States, online poker sites are licensed by individual states. And so they would have to be within a state in the United States, not an international entity. This is the same reason why on WSOP you have WSOP Nevada, you have WSOP New Jersey, yada yada yada. So we don't have the ability to play the international sites legally in the United States, and they don't. After Black Friday, nobody really wants to go down that route. I know there's international companies that do allow American players to join, but they're not legally licensed, if that makes sense.
All right. Go ahead, Bling. Go ahead, Bling.
Oh, sorry. So
It's okay.
I would say that Joey hit the nail on the head in the sense that like they're so international, they don't have the they don't have the purview, they don't have the ability to lobby the same way, they don't have the ability to gain those licenses and everything. So I talked to Rich Mooney on Facebook, who's a PPA guy. I don't know if you guys remember Poker Player Alliance, but
Yes.
like after Black Friday, we were fighting for our rights with politicians, Andrew Yang, all these people were like, cool, yeah, it's going to be legal. And that was the only thing that got me political back then. And I went hard in the paint, donating and following. And in the end, I still talk to Rich and I go, hey, Rich, it's 15 years later and look at us. We got 3 or 4 states. I mean, this is pretty sad for 15 years. And he's like, yeah, there's no more lobby for it. And so I would pose that GG isn't like a positive actor. I'm not saying they're a bad actor, but like they're just not pushing the needle. They're not actually going for legislation or more states or trying to get the licensing via proxy or whatever. So I'm more of a fan of people like Club WPT Gold, even with their garbage software and all their flaws, because they're for Americans and they're trying for Americans. That's just my point.
Love that point. Go ahead, Isaac. Uh-oh. Isaac must be having a hard time getting back up here. Go ahead, Joey. Did you have something?
No, I just totally agree with Bling Ting. I've been around since, before Black Friday and when it was a free for all. And if they could just all get on one page, but you're right. The lobbying it's gone. It's on a statewide level. That's it, just to legalize online gambling. But on a national basis, nobody's running with it anymore. They kind of just said, all right, just leave it be. And that's why we have these, the workaround is the subscription-based stuff that we have, because that's what WPT Gold falls under, subscription-based. Same thing with Club GG, subscription-based. And it's not the same. It's total. We do not have legal access to this giant player pool that the rest of the globe has access to.
Right on. Go ahead, Isaac.
Can you hear me now?
Can hear you now, buddy. Go ahead.
I would say WPT Gold is dope or whatever, but the fact that I only get 9 fucking days in my state to try to make money if I choose to on that site kind of pisses me off. I feel like the whole online thing, though, is kind of trash. That's what's led to the fact that we're in these subscription-based prisons that we exist in. Yeah.
100%. Go ahead, ASG.
Yeah, I just want to clarify. Gold is not subscription based. Both now, Club WPT and Club GG are subscription based. Gold is not, and they're all trying to use the sweepstakes loophole. But now, Gold and even Club GG a little with how they've reframed it are now trying to. So since some states have changed their sweepstakes laws to get rid of sweepstakes, now originally Gold, and now you're seeing it a little with GG with their new reframing that they're now trying to act like, oh, we're not sweepstakes, you're actually buying training and then being able to play for stuff where you get rewarded money, but it's actually technically that you're paying for the training services, which leads to a whole question later that people still haven't really answered of like, well, then if I, so where the parent, I mean, this is kind of getting into weeds, but the parent company, Club WPT Gold, is saying you're paying for training and getting these coins that you can use for other stuff, and then you cash out. And then when you cash out, uh, they're saying on their tax forms that, hey, you won this money, but according to them, and how they phrase their tax forms, you didn't deposit on the site, you paid for training. So then, as a gambler on your tax forms, you're saying, well, I deposited and withdrew this amount, and now I'm deducting one from the other. So, like, one of you is saying one thing to the IRS, and the other thing is other people are saying something else to the IRS/government, which is a interesting scenario we're all in right now.
Go ahead, Isaac.
And that's why I file stated income. Thank you very much, everybody.
Go ahead, Blink. Go ahead, Blink.
Oh yeah, sorry. Amazing. You guys are so smart, and I love you. So I put in millions of hands at poker too online in the day, right? And we played everything from Paradise and Party to 888 to Pacific to Doyle's to Pitbull to Cake to Carbon. I could just keep going forever. But this is a new paradigm, right? This is like you said, sweepstakes with the laws are changing in between states and or subscription model and lottery sweepstakes laws and all this mumbo jumbo. My opinion, we need politicians like we were trying 15 years ago with the PPA stuff. We need somebody, something, some movement, something to maybe PPA 2.0 to lobby for us in the sense that, look, guys, this is out of control. It's been 15 years. Look at the rest of the world. Look at the economics. Look that it's American, that, freedom of movement, freedom of whatever, you can freedom of everything. Just do it and let the states decide, of course, but at least it won't have that ambiguousness from UIGEA and from the safe. What do they do? Like the add-on on the Safe Port Act and all that stuff. If they can reverse some of the crap that they did back then, that's probably all we need, because free market kind of sorts the rest out.
Unfortunately, I don't see any of your online companies willing to invest the millions of dollars it's going to take to lobby for this. And there's no one else that could do it but them. The players are not going to band millions of dollars together to lobby for it. So you have to depend on a company to do it. It has to be online companies willing to spend that money. Well, why would they spend that money if they could do the walkarounds and be making a profit now with the walkarounds? It's a vicious circle that's never going to end. Nobody's going to step up for that cause.
Well, I'll follow up with that. You're right. I think we're all pragmatists in that regard. I think it's just maybe there's going to be a good actor in poker that can help. Maybe there could be some change, because I want to believe, even though I'm a cynic, and when it comes to online poker, because again, millions of hands, we put in volume. I mean, guys, I used to know people that played silly $1.10 sit and goes, like 45 man, $1 buy-in sit and goes.
Right.
And they were Supernova elite, and they even on a break-even year, they were making bank.
Yeah.
Because we had 500,000 people on a given network that we could play on. I don't know if we'll ever get back to the glory days like that, what I'm describing. I just think maybe we should try, because like 3 or 4 states is unacceptable. And I know the states would do it, just like with all these other industries that are somewhat taboo, whether it's cannabis or something. If the laws get figured out, they can do it, or they can try to do it, if the things that maybe prevent them from doing it are like old policy or whatever. And I don't know, I'm kind of a layman, but the glass half full in me wants to believe that some good actor, somebody who cares about poker, whether it's the sites we're talking about, or these actual big brands like WPT that could fuse with I don't know, I'm going to get idealistic, but with DraftKings or FanDuel or Caesars or somebody like Goliaths and be like, yeah, I know it's a loss leader, but it's poker. We love it. It's American pastime. Just do it. And maybe they could push for us. I just don't know.
I love your optimism, but I've worked in the government before, and I'm just going to say there's not going to be anybody willing to die on that sword for us, because it's just not going to be profitable enough. They can do the runarounds around the laws and do a WPT Gold or these other sites, and now they're making money. Right now, they're making money. They're not going to invest millions of dollars in the hope of getting laws passed to make money in the future. I just don't see it happening. I wish it would happen. I'm not a big online player, but I have enough friends to wish that it would happen for their sake. But I just don't see it happening. Go ahead, ASG.
So on a related note, and turning into bigger guns, I've noticed a lot of poker.org videos recently have been having stake poker underneath them, like they're advertising stake poker. I don't know what's up with that. I don't even know anybody who plays stake poker. They have no ambassadors that I really know of. But on the plus side, if stake poker stake is a huge enough company that is trying to keep their foothold in the online, because that's really where the money is those online slots and online casinos. And if there starts being more state legislation to ban those kind of online casinos, that's where the money is that might then accidentally start fighting for the same rights poker players want to.
All right, go ahead, Joey.
Yeah, so what we really need is the big players. Obviously, we have WSOP, but the really big player is BetMGM, which is legal in Pennsylvania, Michigan, and New Jersey. We need those. We would need a partnership between WSOP and BetMGM to start putting together some legislation to make it more on a national level.
Right.
And if we have that happen, then we would see legalized poker in the United States 100%, run by casinos that know a thing or two about the rules, the laws, compliance, yada, yada, yada.
I agree. I just don't see them tackling the beast of the government and wasting millions of dollars to do it. Go ahead, Isaac.
Okay, everybody, let's put on our tin hats for a second. All right, so what's gonna happen now? Once they're ready to really roll out digital currency and they get rid of the paper money, they're probably going to use online gambling to get mass adoption to happen easier. Thank you,
Okay,
everybody.
we're not doing away with the dollar, because guess what? If we do away with the dollar, then all of the money in the world stays the same, and our dollar is no longer strong. Think about that, people. We have bargaining power because our dollar is strong. The last thing we want to do is do away with our dollar.
Damn right, it is the last thing we want to do, but could
Don't.
happen.
It's not going to happen. We're
No,
gonna
but you know what,
go
Cher?
back. Hey, go back to holding on to the rabbit ears on your television, would you,
Hey,
Tin
hey.
Man? Tin Hat Man.
My tin hat looks like an old admiral's hat from the British Navy. Anyway, uh,
Oh, that's
but I
amazing.
will say this is that I do think that eventually I think the dollar will end up digital. I feel like that's where we're going.
Nah, we're not doing that. We're not promoting that. No way, dude. No
Oh,
way.
I'm not for it, Cher. It's
No
just
way. I'm just
unfortunately
going to
that's the way it
say,
looks.
now that's what people want you to think, so you buy into it. Just think about it for 1 minute, people. Our dollar is strong. They don't want our dollar to be strong. That's why they want us to go paperless. Why? Because that means their dollar becomes the same price as our dollar. We have bargaining power. We have buying power because our dollar is strong. We never want to do away with our dollar. Common sense, people. Common sense.
Who's they?
People like you crypto freaks.
No, you said they. I just want to know who's they.
I just said, you crypto freaks.
There's like 4,000 of them.
There you go. Crypto
Do you think,
freaks.
do you think that's going to make a difference out of how many billion people on the
Listen, did you ever think that the straw would be banned? You give an inch, they take a mile.
I'm gonna say something spicy. I mean, Solana does sponsor the WSOP.
There you go. There you go. And they want us to go paperless with their app.
But yo, to Joey's point though about BetMGM, a buddy of mine who's from New Jersey, he was telling me about that. That on their app, you can not only register and play, but you can get paid out all in the same place. That is revolutionary. I thought that was interesting, but it's only like he said, it's only given to like this small 5 state area.
Right. Right. Well, I'll tell you what, you guys. When I win a big tournament, I'm going to make them pay me in cash. And I'm going to need some of you as bodyguards carrying some of those bags for me to my limo. So be
You
ready.
got it. You got it.
Be ready.
We'll be there.
We would have so much fucking fun. Oh my God. We would have so much fun. Anyway, yeah, here we are.
Hey, you know that those hybrid tournaments, the one that like Rampage won and then Martin won, they there's no payout. It goes right into their WSOP app. Isn't that wild?
It's crazy.
Yeah.
Okay, Dillo is asking, do you think Texas will pass gambling laws and casinos? Dillo, I think it's coming. I think this whole thing in the last year with the lodge, I think has shined enough light on it that people are going to really push for it. And I think it could get through. But I'm also a little disappointed that Doug Polk is taking a back seat at the lodge. I understand why. The last year has been brutal on him and his family, stressful, whatever. But we need people with a big name like Doug Polk fighting that battle in Texas to help those, laws get changed and make casinos and gambling legal, make poker legal in Texas. We need big names like that. Now you fast forward to the fact that what the hell's the Venetian's former owner's last name? Somebody help me out. I can't
Adelson.
think. Adelson, thank you. Mrs. Adelson is working in the Dallas area, right, to build a casino. And so, in order for that to happen, guess what? We got to legalize gambling in Texas. And so, that right there is telling you she's investing money in lobbying to get it legal. And so, hopefully, she has some other folks, and I'm sure she does, helping her with that cause in Texas. So, I think between Texas and Georgia, Texas has a better chance sooner to get legalized gambling than Georgia. But I think Georgia is going to come in the next 4 or 5 years because we have lots of big companies lobbying for about the last 5 years, maybe,
Forever.
in the state of Georgia. So it's coming. It's coming. So hope that answered your question, Dillo. Go ahead, Isaac.
I mean, shoot, aren't they opening a Resorts World in Queens, in New York? Like, it's starting to grow.
It's growing.
It's definitely
Been
starting to
open.
grow.
It's been there for decades.
They just legalized the casino portion, but it's been
Yeah,
a
exactly.
race,
They just
slots.
legalized the casino portion. That's right. Because I think I had read that Nas was a partner in that, and I was like, hell yeah, pretty cool.
Go ahead, Bling.
Oh, I was just going to echo what you said. Basically, it was spot on in that. I mean, I grew up in Atlanta, 80s, 90s. They've been lobbying for this for not lobbying, but like there is a contingent. There's always been its proposals and all the things and whoever's doing it. But you made great points. I think it was maybe the last one when we were talking about this, where the Cherokee, the casinos surrounding in North Carolina and so close to Atlanta in proximity. I mean, that's their bread and butter is Atlanta. So those trillion-dollar agents are fighting against it. That's
100%. 100%. But now you have big casinos like Caesars. I'd have to look it up again. I think it was Caesars, MGM, and Hollywood. I think were the top three casino companies that were actually with boots on the ground in Atlanta lobbying. I don't know if that's changed now, but I know for at least the last 5 years, we've actually had companies trying to lobby for it. And of course, the Cherokee tribe is trying to lobby against it because we send them a lot of customers that, that money could stay right in our own state. Hello.
What about Florida, the Seminole, like Hard Rock? Are they against you too? I guess they would be, right?
They're not really. Go ahead, Chair.
Yeah, I have not heard that, but that certainly is something to consider.
I would pose, because I have a Texas lens, looking at Dallas versus Choctaw in a similar fashion, where the casino tribe, they're going against Texas poker. So there's some parallel or overlap there. But I will say that I think that they're far less threatened in South Florida, or these Hard Rock places where they've always done great. And there's kennel clubs, and where there used to be greyhound, they don't do greyhounds anymore, but they had so much gambling in Florida growing up. I don't think they're threatened by it like North Carolina, like Cherokee and Murphy and all that. Those guys, they're the ones that have the money that are pushing the hardest against like a future Atlanta casino, if it's Atlanta.
Right. And just so everybody knows the proximity, Atlanta is the biggest metropolis closest to Harris Cherokee. There are two locations. Their one location is 2.5 hours from Atlanta. The other location's 2.5 hours to 3 hours from Atlanta. So, yeah, it's proximity for sure. Where Seminole Hard Rock from Atlanta is probably 8-9 hours. The Tampa location, of course, the Miami location's probably 10-12 hours away from Atlanta. As a matter of fact, Biloxi is closer at 5 hours. So Harris Cherokee is definitely threatened by the Atlanta opening market. Go ahead, Blaine.
Does anybody else love Biloxi like me? Because I find it to be so underrated for its beauty. Like, it's got a beach, it's in Mississippi, it's kind of central, it's not too far from a lot of things, from a lot of people. It's so underrated. Like, they do have some poker there, but
I'm just going to tell you, we're trying to keep it secret. Shh.
Oh, okay. I really like going down there from Texas. It doesn't take me, but like you said, 5 hours.
I'm here right now. I'm here.
Oh my God, I bet it's so pretty out there. And there's a breeze, unlike here where it's 95 degrees.
It's amazing. I'm watching the boats pass by, and we are going to be right on the beach, or probably my granddaughter is real sensitive to sound, loud sounds. So we may actually watch the fireworks from our big picture window in our hotel room, because we are literally looking out to the ocean from our hotel room, and they're going to do the fireworks from a barge out in the ocean. I've been here before for it, and it's amazing. And you're right. It's so underrated here. And it is within 4 or 5 hours of a lot of different places. Like, you would think that it would be a bigger hub. You have Tunica, but Tunica is, sort of a ghost town. They have
Isn't that weird about Tunica?
Yeah.
What, like 20 years ago, it was popping kind of.
Yes. It was huge. It was huge.
Yeah.
Like, I remember going to Tunica, like trying to figure out where I was going to go because every place was popping. And now it's sort of depressing. It's a ghost town, and it's sort of depressing. And there's still a Caesar's property there and a Golden Nugget, right? And I think there's one more. But anyway, I do like going to Tunica. That's like 6-7 hours from me. But like you said, this is on the beach. It's beautiful, and it's underrated, 100%. And you have a Golden Nugget, you have an IP, you have a Hard Rock, you have a Beau Rivage.
Well, here's the thing about Beau that people don't know too, because we're Southerners, we're
right.
good old boys and girls. It's like the Bellagio.
Yes.
Like, I've I've stayed at the Bellagio many
Yes.
times. Steve Wynn designed it. There, it looks just like the
Yes.
Bellagio. So for those that haven't been, you go in there, and it's like a little mini Bellagio.
100%. And it is an MGM property and it's beautiful. They have great restaurants. It's amazing. And it is underrated. And I don't understand why. I think one of the things is flights getting here. You have to fly into Biloxi. They're not cheap flights. Um, or or you could fly into New Orleans and then it's like an hour ride over. So you have to rent a car or whatever. So I would have to say that getting here, unless you can drive, which of course I do for 5 hours, um, it makes it a little more difficult for people that insist on flying to where they want to play.
That is a really, really good point.
Appreciate that. Yeah. So I see that much like Cherokee, North Carolina, you can't fly in there either. And I always tell people fly into Atlanta and rent a car and drive because the drive is worth it. It's just beautiful from Atlanta to Cherokee. Well, that's a pain.
Except at midnight or during the rain, like intense rain. I've done that up and down those mountains, and that's very scary. But otherwise, it's the most idyllic drive you'll ever have.
Right.
One of them.
And I've done it in the snow. It's also scary in the snow.
Yeah,
But you just have to, like anywhere else, drive carefully, but it is a beautiful ride. And it's not easy to get to either. You can fly into you could fly into Asheville, another small airport. The flights I don't think are going to be that great in price. You could fly into, is it Charlotte? I think it's Charlotte.
I think so.
And then you rent a car and drive over too. So it's not easy to get there as well. But anyway, and I do think that holds a lot of people back.
Yeah, that really does explain why it hasn't been adopted by all our favorite acronyms in poker as far as tours and series and stuff. They haven't really gone to Bo or anything because all those reasons.
100%. And the WSOP, I think the last time the WSOP was here was in 2019. I want to say it was 2019, maybe, because I remember picking Maureen up from the Atlanta airport and I drove her down to Biloxi and we came to Biloxi. I want to say it was 2019, but I could be wrong. But anyway, and that was the last time the WSOP was here. Now, to the credit of the Beau Rivage, they do $1 million heater in the month of January. And they do a great job. It's a big series. Lots of people come to it, but it's just their own in-house series. But they do a great job. I've been coming to that one for a long time. Go ahead, ASG.
As somebody who's never been or played there, the last time I heard about the Beau Rivage is it sounded like they were assisting in helping Mike Postle not have his identity be revealed.
Well, there was some talk about that because he did play that $1 million heater, and that was it last year? 2025, maybe, in January. And he was down here. I was down here too playing, and he somehow got listed on the paperwork or whatever under a different name, right? If my memory serves me correctly. And so that upset a lot of people that that they helped protect him by allowing the paperwork that went out publicly to have a different name than his own. So, and I don't think they should have done that. I don't think they should have at all. Like, we all have to use our legal name. He should too. And I'm sorry if he's a bad actor and doesn't want to use his legal name. That's not my problem. Am I right in that, ASG?
Yeah, I don't remember if it was 2025, 2024, all the years funding.
Yeah, it was one of the two. It was either last year or the year before. But anyway, the fact of the matter is that he was playing and under a different name. And then that got discovered. So, of course, people were in an uproar because, people are trying to collect their money from him. And they couldn't because they didn't know he was there until it was too late to get the paperwork filed. So, anyway, here we are. I bet they won't do that again, if I had to guess. All right, I'm going to go around the horn, see if anybody else has anything else they want to bring up. And then I'm going to the beach, people. It is 4th of July. Go eat a hot dog, people. Come on. All right, Joey. Anything else you want to bring up, buddy?
Just happy 250th birthday to our country. Be safe, everybody. You know the drill, okay? Avoid the emergency room, please. That's it.
No drinking and driving. Call me if you need a ride if I'm in your town. I'm in Biloxi. If you're near here and need a ride, call me. There's Uber, there's Lyft. There's no excuse to drink and drive, people. None whatsoever. Do not drink and drive, people. 4th of July, and you know they're going to have roadblocks up to bust your ass. Just know it ahead of time. Just don't even do it. Barry, anything you'd like to bring up?
95 degrees. I hope you're happy.
I'm happy because I'm at the pool and the beach. So, yeah, if I were at home, I would be in my home. I like my house really cold, so the windows would be sweating right now because my air conditioner would be blasting. Okay, ASG, anything you'd like to bring up, buddy?
Nope, 97 and humid here.
Yeah, I bet. God bless you guys. Stay safe and hydrated for sure. Bling, anything you'd like to bring up, bud?
Nope. Been awesome as always. I hope you guys have a wonderful 4th. Happy 4th.
Appreciate you, buddy. Happy 4th. Isaac, anything else you'd like to bring up?
Everybody have a happy and safe 4th. Take care. Enjoy your time with family. Catch y'all tomorrow.
Amen. Day 41 tomorrow. We don't have many days left, you guys. What are we going to do with our time of day that we do this, our time slot? What are we going to do with ourselves? On a side note, yesterday, oh my God, right when I was getting off air, my son, Coach P, was reading a text from Natalie, who sent him a text saying, "Not me going into mom's space anonymously to see if she's almost ending it so we can go to the beach," which of course was hilarious. But anyway, appreciate all of you for joining us today. As always, love the conversations, love the people. Be safe out there today. Happy birthday to America, the greatest country on earth. That's why everybody wants to come here. We have problems, yes, but we have a lot of great things happening here. And God bless America. Love my country, people. I hope you do too, no matter if you live here or anywhere else in the world. Love your country. Thanks for listening. And if you're listening at a future time, I appreciate you as well as a listener. Get out, go do something, watch some fireworks. Be safe with your fireworks today, and no drinking and driving. Please stay safe. God bless America. You get a chip, and you get a chip, and you get